Defscape, a pack as old as the game itself, was famously edited by arguably the greatest PvPer of his time to make arguably the greatest pack of his time. This pack's legendary status has led to the plethora of revamps, edits, and downscales, only a few of which we will be discussing today, because if I reviewed all of them, I would have to include packs that look like this. So without further ado, here are some Huahwi packs. The original Defscape 64X by Defined. Old as fuck. The swords are immense if you're into that kind of thing, but I know a lot of you aren't. Generally, it's very bright. The blocks are, just very whited out. Everything looks very round, just kind of the way it's shaded. Really weird. TLDR. Very clearly not made recently, as it breaks every modern convention, but it's very nostalgic. A Huahwi Pack 64X. I use the highlight of the words version. An absolute classic. They darkened everything about the original Defscape, so it's a lot, easier on the eyes. The mismatched bow and rod are kind of meh, but everyone likes the Huahwi particles, so TLDR, it's very hard not to like, but it is good if you appreciate the classics and don't mind some of the quirks of old packs, featuring, transparent pixels and the like. Huahwi Pack Revamp by Finlay is very faithful to the original. It is interesting that he transferred the little string on the crossguard of the stone sword to all the swords, but I'm into it. Finlay is just cracked at shading, so it's super clean. TLDR. Good if you like your high res. What can I say? Finlay don't miss. Huahwi's Defscape Revamp by Keno. Basically just a Huahwi pack, but shaded way better. I used the long swords version in this video, but there is a short swords one if you're into that. Still don't think the bright blocks match the darker items, but, whatever. Changed some of the Huahwi particles for better or for worse. TLDR. As always, Keno made very good modernized version of Huahwi Defscape. Good if you like a more modern pack aesthetic, but still want to use Huahwi. Huahwi Revamp 64X by Mega and 5VF. More bright blocks, and you know how I feel about those. Very blue particles, which is a bit weird. And the wool is also a bit strange. But, frankly, it is very clean. TLDR looks very sharp, literally and figuratively, but the color choices are a bit strange. This does come on a red version as well. Huahwi Defscape Revamp by Ricardoh. It's a much more old PvP style kind of pack. The items are a lot darker and less round. The swords went on a diet. And he shaded the Huahwi particles differently, which is kind of weird. TLDR, good if you're an Ice Barkton fan, because it does have that vibe, but I'm not sure if the blocks match it though. Huahwi Pack Revamp by Sansumorera. Definitely the most modern Huahwi, because it's hand shaded, and it also has default style blocks, kind of like Faithful 32X or 64X, either one. Shading as usual is insane, you don't miss. Although, why is there a triangle on the chest plate? That doesn't really make much sense to me. TLDR, far and away the most modern Huahwi and the only hand-shaded one, so it certainly stands out. Huahwi Defscape 16X by Cholo. It's aggressively gradient. The blocks are a little bit blurry, which is just the sign of it being downscaled weirdly. The stone sword just looks goofy. Like, what is that? But the particles match the res, so I approve. TLDR, a good pack for UHC based game modes because the lower tier swords are kinda off, but it is still good for, its use case. Huahwi's Defscape 16X by Chill actually makes a really good default looking pack, great for Bed Wars. The particles are high res and it is a 16X pack, so, I don't appreciate that. But in general, I do like it. TLDR, it's a very modern Huahwi, but good for the typical default edit using Bed War player. If you like, Keno packs kind of shit. It's good for them. Personally, I use the original Huahwi pack and Chill's downscale the most, but I tried to include a revamp for everybody. Let me know if I should do a video on Huahwi's Infinite too, because I like that pack a lot better. You can tell because I made my own version of it. But for now, I'm out. Like and subscribe and all that shit. I don't fucking know. Bye!